Good afternoon and welcome to the MERI Space Club Daily Space Bulletin. As we continue to witness humanity's expanding footprint beyond Earth, MERI Space Club invites you to stay informed, stay curious and stay inspired. Today is Friday, 6th March 2026. In mythology, Venus captivates Roman mythology as the goddess of love, beauty and fertility. Born from sea foam after sun-castrated Uranus, she embodies desire and grace. Counterpart to the Greek Aphrodite. Before we begin, here's today's space thought. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. It is a famous quote by Neil Armstrong. This iconic line from the Apollo 11 moon landing in 1969 captures the thrill of pushing humanity boundaries into the cosmos. Now, here are today's top developments in space. Let's talk about the changing Venus atmosphere and hazards. Analysis of data from the United Space Agency's Parker Solar Probe shows unexpected natural radio emissions and rapid changes in Venus' ionosphere, suggesting the upper atmosphere is more variable and dangerous for future orbiters and landers than earlier models assumed. These fluctuations, driven largely by solar activity, can affect atmospheric drag, communications, navigations, and heating predictions, forcing agencies to revisit mission designs and risk assessments. New geological clues that refers to the underground structure. A 2026 study reanalyzing Magellan radar data suggests Venus may hide a vast underground lava tunnel system created by ancient volcanic eruptions, giving new clues to its geological history and interior heat flow. Such possible subsurface structures are important for planning future radar mapping missions and for understanding whether Venus had prolonged volcanic or even tectonic activities. Let us talk about the Indian Space Research Organization's Venus mission, also known as Shukrayaan or Venus Orbiter mission. Indian Space Research Organization, also known as ISRO, planned Venus orbiter, commonly called Shukrayaan or the Venus Orbiter mission, has moved from concept to formal approval, with the Indian government clearing the mission and setting a launch date of March 2028. Earlier target windows like December 2024 slipped due to pandemic-related and programmed delays. Backup windows in 2026 and 2028 were studied, but the current plan places launch in 2028 on a geosynchronous satellite launch vehicle class rocket, also known as GSLV rocket. The orbiter will carry a high-resolution synthetic aperture radar and a ground-penetrating radar, making it the first mission designed to systematically map Venus' subsurface and refine our understanding of its geology and evolution. Let's track upon the international missions. The United States Space Agency, European Space Agency and other international missions. United States Space Agency's Venus Emission Mapper for radar investigation of the tectonic evolution and Aeolian reservoirs for sulfur orbiter, originally planned earlier, has been delayed and is now scheduled to launch no earlier than 2031. With a focus on global surface mapping and tectonics using high-resolution radar and spectroscopy. United States Space Agency's Deep Atmosphere Venus Investigation of Noble Gases, Chemistry and Imaging Probe mission, planned for the early 2030s, will drop a descent sphere through Venus' atmosphere to directly measure its composition and image the surface during descent, helping test whether Venus ever had oceans. Let us talk about the European Space Agency's Envision. Envision mission, also targeting the early 2030s, will study Venus's geological evolution and interior atmosphere coupling. Its timeline is now closer to Venus emission mapper for radar investigation of the tectonic evolution and alien reservoirs for sulfur, which may allow the missions to complement each other better. Articles tracking agency plans note that China is considering its own Venus mission around 2026 to 2027. While United States Space Agency, European Space Agency and Indian Space Research Organization all factor the newly recognized atmospheric variability into their mission risk and design work. These missions help us answer various fundamental scientific questions such as: what geological secrets might Venus hide underground? Or what agencies are racing to explore Venus next? What risk do solar flares pose to Venus missions? As we know that Venus has a lot of heat. Today's Venus pursuits transcend ancient myths, embodying calculated science and worldwide teamwork. Mastering these questions and advances reveals not just engineering feats, but humanity's deepening bond with the cosmos. And with that, we conclude today's Space Bulletin. This is Janya Batra signing off for the day.